Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you guys can tell by the title of the video that this video is going to be a little bit different. I did get another 2 Hondas and I don't want to keep rebuilding only Hondas. So in this video I'm going to do a how-to video. I'm going to do how to remove your SRS module and the airbags and seatbelt, and this is going to be a very detailed video. So if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know in the comment section down below. Maybe I'll do more videos like this as how-to videos. Maybe you guys will enjoy these more than just the rebuild, than just me having to set on a tripod and just working and you guys can't really see much details. But I'm planning in the next video, I'm gonna do a how-to video on how to replace a radiator support, and it'll be very detailed. I'm gonna go through all the spot welds. I'll tell you which tools to use and everything like that. But let's go ahead and get started on removing the SRS module, airbags, and the seat belts. And once again guys, let me know what you guys think about this video, if you guys enjoyed it or if I should stick to just rebuilding cars. Alright, so we're gonna start off with this one. This is a 2017 Honda Accord. Looks like there's no airbags deployed here for sure. This airbag is good. Seat belt is deployed. And we need to take off the SRS module. It's under the center console, which I will do that here in a second. But first things first, I'm probably going to disconnect the battery and then start working on it. So disconnecting the battery is pretty simple. All you do is just, it's a 10mm bolt, you just loosen it up, then wiggle the terminal, and there you have it. It's disconnected. Now there's no power to the car. Now we can go ahead and start taking off the SRS module. Alright, so here we are on the driver's side. We need a clip tool right here to pry this thing open, and that way we can remove it, and the SRS module should be behind this plastic piece. Okay, so it turns out there's a bolt right behind this center console right here, this plastic piece. So in order to get to that bolt, I have to pull out the center console completely, and I guess let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so first things first, on these Hondas they have these 2 plastic pieces on the side. They need to come out first, and then this comes out, and then there's 2 bolts that hold it back here, and I think the whole thing should be able to come out. But let's go ahead and remove these right here first. Basically a clip tool, you just pry it up, and then with your hand you pull it. There you have it, one of them is out. Same thing with this side. Just got to be careful not to damage any of it. That's 2. And now there's a spot right there that you can stick your clip tool. You pretty much pull it. There you guys have it. The middle section is, it's holding on some clips. There you go. When you're popping off these clips, usually it kind of sounds like you're breaking stuff, but I wouldn't be worried about it. Usually these clips come out pretty easy without breaking them. Okay, so next it looks like we have to remove these Phillips, let me get a flashlight. These Phillips screws right here. There's one on this side, one on that side, because we need to remove this little compartment right here, because this is part of the center console right here of this center piece. So let's go ahead and take these off. So you can either use a Phillips bit or whatever you want to call it on a drill, or you can use a screwdriver. I like to use a drill because it's a lot quicker. There you have it. There's a couple of clips in the back that you have to disconnect. Here's one of them. And then there's a little plug that you gotta unplug. There you have it. Now guys, keep in mind I'm working with one hand, the other hand I'm holding the camera, so it is a little bit tough, but I'm trying to make this work. Okay, there it is. And then there is 2 plugs, one over here for this seat warmer and one on this side. You have to get your hand under here. I'll disconnect this one, and then here's the other one that you got to disconnect. There you go. And there you have it. This thing is out of the way. So next, there is a couple of 10mm screws. There's one over here, one on that side, and one over here, and one over here that you have to remove. That's one. That's 2. And then also back here in the center console compartment, there's 3 bolts that usually hold it. Take those out. Okay, next, a lot of times this back piece right here, there's some bolts behind it, so let's go ahead and pry this open. There you have it. Nope, I was wrong. There's nothing holding it back there. Okay, so we just need to slide it back just a hair to get to those bolts. So I think this is more than enough. Let's go ahead and switch the bit. Alright, so let's see if I can get a flashlight over here. There's the Phillips bolt that I was talking about. Gotta take that one out. And that's it. Plastic piece is out. Now most of the bolts I usually remember where they come from, so I don't usually put them back. But if you're doing this for the first time, I would always suggest you put the bolts back, that way you don't lose any of them. So next we come to the passenger side. Let's see what we're working with here. Yeah, there's a bolt there too. So go ahead and take that bolt out. Or Phillips screw, whatever you want to call it. And then just pull it back. There you have it. Both sides are open, and the SRS module is behind this carpet. So this carpet, you should be able to pull it back from the other side. Let's go ahead and do that. There you go. This side is pulled. Alright, so to make your job a lot easier, I would suggest you removing this, which is pretty simple. Basically, you pull it back like that. It sounded a little bit louder than it's supposed to, but it just slides out from that side and from this side, and it's pretty much out. It gives you a lot more room to work with over here. Okay, so while you're on this side, you might as well go ahead and remove those 2 bolts right here. There's one over here and one back there. They're both, I think, let's see what it is. It's a Torx bid, T27 if I'm not mistaken. Yes, T27, and you have to make sure there's a hole in it in the middle, because those bolts that you're unscrewing, I can't get it to focus. But basically there's a hole in the middle of the Torx bid, because there's a hole in the middle of the bolt. When I take it out, I'm going to show you guys. And if you don't have that hole in the middle of your bit, you won't be able to stick your Torx bit in there. Alright, so one of the bolts are out, and I was actually wrong. I guess some Hondas do have that little whatever it's called. It's like a little pin or something that the bit has to sit inside it, but this one doesn't have it. So you can actually use a regular T27 Torx bit, not the one with the hole, as you guys can see right here. So let's go ahead and take off the other one, and then go to the other side and take off the other side. Alright guys, so both bolts are out, as you guys can see right here. Now while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and remove the plugs. Basically there is a pin. Let me see if I can show you guys a little better. Basically there is a pin right here where I'm pointing. You got to press that pin down, and then you got to pull this blue lever back and the plug will come out. Alright, so back to the driver's side. The other bolt is right over there. Got to take it out. Let me see if I can point it right over here. You got to take this one out, and the SRS module should be able to come out. Alright, so there you guys have it. Sometimes the SRS module is holding on 4 bolts, but on these Hondas, it's only on 3 bolts. So here it is. Now you're ready to ship it out, get it reset, and basically install it the same way you took it out. Just do everything reverse, and everything will be back in its place. Alright guys, next we're going to go ahead and take this seat belt out. First thing you do is you move up the seat forward. Okay, next, right here, there's a little piece. You guys can see it right here. This thing needs to slide up. Get your clip tool and just kind of pry it up. And there you have it. Now, first time I was replacing the seat belt on these Hondas, you guys can see right here, there's no access to this bolt. And I was struggling very bad with the side wrench. And it took me forever to get it out. And then I figured out that it's kind of common sense. You just press down, the seat goes down, and look at all that clearance. So that's the first bolt. Next thing, there is a panel right here that you have to remove. So you pry it up. You don't have to completely take it off, because all we need is access to remove this panel right here. So this is good. Now let's move on to the rear. This panel right here is holding it as well. So get your clip tool. You got to be careful not to damage anything. So this one is good. There's enough clearance for it to move. Now this one, you just pry it from this side or from the top, whichever one's easier, and pry it out. There you have it. There's one side. There you go. This panel is out. Toss that in the back. There you go. You pretty much have access to the whole seatbelt right now. Actually, I'm wrong. We need to take this off as well. So we got to remove this rubber seal from both sides, because it is holding on these plastic clips right here, which is part of this part. I'll remove that side as well. There you have it. It's completely off. This car is pretty dirty, I ain't gonna lie. Look at all this hair and stuff. It's pretty nasty. But anyway, here's the plug. You just do this carefully, that way you don't break it. There you go. It's completely off. And now you need a 14mm and a 10mm. That's the only two you need. Alright, so first thing, we're gonna go to the seat over here. This is a 14mm, so you get a 14mm socket. There you have it. This bolt is out. Always a good idea, put these bolts back, especially when it comes to seat belts and SRS modules. I'm gonna go ahead and put those bolts back when I'm done with the seat belt. So next, we'll move on to the pillar up top. This is a 14mm as well. Now, as you guys see, there's a lot of times that these bolts will not come out because either they have Loctite or something, but if they have never been replaced, it is very tough to get them off. So I'm gonna get my wrench and I'm gonna break it loose, and then I'm gonna use the drill to get it off. All right, here's the socket, here's the wrench. Let's go ahead and try to break it loose. There you have it. Put it back on the drill. Bingo. Simple as that. And then here's one on the bottom of 14mm. That's out. Now swap out your socket to the 10mm. 10mm is out. There you guys have it. Seat belt is completely out. Now you have to run this through this panel. You just pull it back. Just pull it back. There you have it, guys. Seat belt is out. Now you can ship out the seat belt as well and get it rebuilt, and then you can install it the same way you took it off. All right, guys, so from this Accord, that's all I had to do. Now moving on to this one, I was thinking to record everything I'm taking off as well, but it looks like the module and the seat belt are exactly the same as the other one. So I'm just going to show you guys how to remove an airbag, the driver airbag. All right, so for the driver airbag on the Hondas, you need a T27 as well. I'm just going to use my impact drill. It's a lot quicker and easier to take it off. If you look at it from the side, there is a T27 bolt on this side and the other side as well. So all we need to do is take these two bolts off, and the airbag should come off, and then there's a few plugs that we're going to have to unplug. Alright, so both bolts are out, and then all you do is just gently pull it back. And there you guys have it. There's the plugs. This is for the horn. There is a little button there that you press, and then this thing comes out. And then these two plugs, all you do is pry this back a little bit slowly, and then it comes off. Same with this side right here. Pry it back, boom. There you have it. Airbag is off. Alright guys, that's going to be a wrap for today's video. Like I said, this is just a new thing I'm trying out, and let me know what you guys think. If you guys want to see more of how-to videos, I can do a lot more than just showing airbags. I can even show you more details on how to do framework and stuff like that. Maybe even how to do welding and stuff, but it's pretty simple. Just let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I am letting this video out a little earlier. I was supposed to let the Civic video out first, but it's not completely ready yet. That will hopefully be in the next video. But I'm pretty much done with these two cars with the airbags and stuff. Well, on this one I still have to take the SRS module out and the seat belt, and that should be it on this one. But it shouldn't take me long. If I'm doing it off camera, with the seatbelt and the SRS module probably takes me about 25 minutes. But with all that being said, guys, if you're new to this channel, be sure to smash that subscribe button. And also, guys, it means a lot to me if you throw a like on the video, because it helps me out a lot too. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Rebuild with Nick. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.